Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy and welcome to my channel all about cross stitch. If you are new here, thank you so much for pressing play. I hope you enjoy what you see and you stick around for a little while. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for all your continued support and all the good stuff. Today is Thursday, September 28th, and I just looked up to see what the date was, and do you think I could remember? No. I do have a little bit of a new background, so I'm going to move the camera just slightly so you can see the whole picture. That is a diamond painting. It is from Diamond Art Club. It is called Embrace Spirit, and he actually glows in the dark. So in the yellow area, there's some areas that glow in the dark. Okay, camera is put back in place. Maybe. Okay, camera's not moving anymore. So that was my latest finish. It's been since I think I'm pretty sure that I finished it since my last video. I don't remember that being up there last time. If it was, you got to see it again. It's a newer hobby. Been diamond painting about a year or so. It is definitely a hobby, whereas cross stitch is an obsession. That is for sure. Okay, so thank you for your comments last week. I've read them all. I'm so bad about replying and hearting and all that good stuff, so I need to do better about that. But I did get a few people entered into the little giveaway I was doing. And first of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to a viewer, Teresa, who reached out to me afterwards saying that they have a copy and that they want to give away as well. So I was giving away a copy of Hands-On Designs, a waffle lot. So my copy, name drawn, was Michelle from Moose Mom 2010. I've got your address, Michelle, for the since we're in the round robin together. So I'll go ahead and get that out to you. Nothing further you need to do. And then the second name that I drew, again, thank you so much for Teresa for volunteering to give hers away. That name is going to, and I'm reading how it shows up on YouTube. So the YouTube name was Amy Swihart 7283. So if you would reach out to me on Instagram, stitchingbee82, or you can also drop me an email at stitchingbee82@gmail.com, and I will make sure that that information gets passed on to Teresa for that one to be mailed out as well. So thank you so much. I do actually have to go to the post office tomorrow, Michelle, so I will try to get this in the mail to you as well. So, okay, that is the business for today. We'll do another giveaway in a future video. So last video, I think it was, I showed that I did the yes, it was in the last video, ATC that I'm doing for Laura Stitching by the Shores ATC swap. So this one was shown last week, and I got a new one finished this past week, and now we've got a pumpkin. So I just used some black paper. I've got a pretty little so I bought a bunch of ephemera, just like scrap paper and whatnot from Etsy. And so I just used this little unique piece of paper that has a little, one of those things on it. I don't know, cloche? Well, I don't know what that word is. So I just, cute little thing that I just taped onto the back to give the information about it. And used a little piece of festive scrapbook paper that was in those packs as well that I was able to cut down, and I thought that was quite perfect, having little pumpkins and other veggies and such. So this was shown in the same page as this, so it was listed as autumn pins in the not just cross stitch and needlework magazine, fall of 2015. So it's definitely a bit of an older magazine. I so miss that subscription. I miss that publication so much. But yeah, finally got those stitched. So those are really cool. Like I said, I gotta go to the post office, so hopefully I can do that tomorrow and get that stuff sent out to Laura. Alrighty. I've actually got a number of things to show outside of even the little finish, so let's just dive right into it. So I've been working on Halloween Quaker from Lila Studio. If you've seen here before, I've decided to use this a little bit of a divided up to try to get it finished. It worked out quite perfectly to get, after what I had already stitched, to get the remaining portion of it stitched, a portion a month to get it stitched in a year. So if I stay on track, I should have this finished by the end of July of 2024. I don't have the picture handy at the moment how I have it split, but basically I had to finish, I had before the witch on Happy Halloween, I had that done, so I had to do the Y, the witch, ween. I did the little pumpkin and those little two doodads there. This one was a heavy stitch month. I think the rest of them are going to be pretty, you know, something I can just do in a matter of, you know, maybe 2 stitching sessions. This took me probably 5 days worth of stitching on it, and there's some solid stitching. Because I got the birds, I had 1 bird done, so I had to do 3 of them. That little doodad there, the cats, and the W, and there's a little bat. So I did all of that. Sorry if it looked like I just glanced away. My sister just texted me. She is reading Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I've already read it, and so I know she just texted me something that she's reading, and I can't wait to actually read the whole. So that was kind of funny. Anyways, here is where we are now. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count. Picture this plus in the color J, so J-A-Y. So pretty blue. That's definitely showing up pretty true to color. When I photograph this to post pictures on Instagram, I cannot get that color to look right at all. So we're gonna fold it down a little bit to show what I did this time. So a little close up. I had the little town done. So like I said, I had to finish the witch. Oh, look at that little witch. It is so cute. That pumpkin is adorable. So I did that little doodad, that little one. In the charts, it mentions the W stands for witch, and there's another place that's got another initial. Where am I? Yeah, on the chart, there's another, where'd it go? There's an H right there that it says that stands, I think that one stands for Halloween. So I am leaving those as such. There's an alphabet and everything right there to put in. Like right now it says EU 2017. I'll be able to chart out my initials and the year 2024. That's going to be in my last portion that I do next year though. But yeah. Oh my God. That is where we are at for Halloween Quaker. Like I said, that was a lot of stitching. I will come back in and do the long stitches to make out the web when it's done. I don't want that to get underneath the Q-snap and get all messed up. So we'll do that later. That is Halloween Quaker. I love this piece, and it's so good to finally give this thing some love. It sat far too long. Alrighty, one thing I didn't do was get the picture for my next start, the next thing to share. I did make a start. It is a very small start. Bear with me here while I get that picture loaded because I forgot. I've got pretty much everything else, but this one I completely forgot to pull up. So this is, I'm basically calling it Dog and Books. It's in a bottle. The Etsy store is from Cat Stitch 21, and oh, that was not gonna work. This is what we're looking like here. You can get this adorable little puppy in a bottle. I am stitching this for the book swap, or not book swap, but it's a cross stitch swap hosted by Link is my homeboy Heather, and it's Book Besties Stitchy Swap. I know there's more to the hashtag. Book Besties is basically what it is. So it's a book theme cross stitch, and so here we are. I've got just a little bit of that cork basically started. I'm missing a color. Out of all of the thread boxes that I have for the 9 full coverage projects I have on the go, plus the master box that I have, I'm still missing a color. I don't know how that is possible. So I've got to go to the store and get that. But yeah, it's not really looking like a whole lot at the moment, but it's a start. I got to have a check-in, I think, by this Sunday. So I got to spend some time working on this. I don't have to have it finished yet, but I know we're supposed to have a check-in that we've, you know, been working on the project. I forget now what my ship date is. I really don't even remember, so I'll make sure to get it done. This is being stitched on a piece of color and cotton grab bag, no name or color, that I'm pretty sure I calculated it out to be a 14 count. I have absolutely no clue how I'm going to finish it yet. I'm kind of thinking I want to do something more than just a bookmark finish, but I don't know what. I don't know what we're going to do. That remains to be seen. But that is the start of my Book Besties soap. And the next piece. I love this piece, and I don't know why I just keep letting it sit, because it feels good to get some progress on it. It is from this Emma Congdon cross stitch for the Soul book. And I lost my bookmark of them. There we go. When I make notes in my, like on my notes of what I'm gonna share today, or like in my planner, I just make it say or note it as when it rains. There's really not a name to it. But when it rains, look for rainbows. I can't read that backwards. When it's dark, look for stars. I love this. Absolutely adore this design. It is still on the Q-snap. It is also still got a thread right on the very front of it. Let's get that done, because I was working on this just last night. There we go. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count color and cotton in the color Ozark. I think I got it as a fabric of the month a few years ago. So we've got reins and an L, and a little bit of border. So last night when I picked it up, I had most of the L done, so I had to finish that out. And then I had a couple of the raindrops started, so I've been working more on those. So I didn't get a whole lot of stitching in last night, but I'm really thinking I'm planning on spending some more time on this, at least tonight, if not longer. The last time I worked on this, I had it in a smaller Q-snap, so like all you could get was here. So now that I realize that it actually fits perfectly well on a 11-inch, I can get the whole thing in the frame. So I would really like to get the other border put in. There's a huge cloud right here, and then just really get some more time in on it. So Emma Congdon patterns are really good. I love her stuff. Moving on. This may not be that long of a video today. I do have a couple pieces, couple things coming in the mail. Of course, I didn't want to wait too much longer to film because I want to get those ATCs out. But I placed an order of some needle minders, so I will, not that I needed more needle minders, but I wanted new needle minders. And then I know my fabric of the month from Bestitch Me is on its way, so I'll most likely just end up sharing that next week, or well, a couple weeks. So no haul today. Next piece to share. You saw this last week. I did continue working on it. Stitch is So Beautiful is the site, and it is Black Cat Stained Glass number 3, I think is what it's actually called. Still working up in this corner, but I finally got away from getting some of that blue in. Last time you saw it, it was just a whole lot of blue, almost looked black, but I finally got some of that color in, so it's gonna be looking so good. So we have this whole corner just completely filled in now. So last time I saw it, there was a lot of, last time I shared it, like that orange wasn't in. It was really big open spots. So yeah, 16 count white Ada, 2 strands full across. And like I said, we got that full corner all stitched in. Yeah, I am officially under 65,000 stitches of 939 remaining in the piece. I don't remember what the total was, 65,000 or something, and so I'm sure there's a good 1,000 stitches in there. I know this goes past the bottom of page 1. I'm pretty sure I've passed into page 2. I know it is over here, definitely, but I don't remember up here. I know these pages are a lot smaller than a Heaven and Earth pattern, which is probably a good thing because I'm pretty sure this has like 70 some pages, 80 some pages in the entire pattern. So the pages are a lot smaller. But with the Joys of Pattern Keeper, I don't stay in a like page view anymore. I am trying to stagger. I think I might have staggered that maybe in the wrong direction, but I don't want it to just be a straight line. I've gotten, and I know I've mentioned it before, I've got projects that you can see a clear indication of where page breaks were at, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I love this piece though. It is going to be amazing when it is done in 20 years. The way I keep starting all these full coverage projects, definitely gonna be a while. Alrighty, I finally picked up a piece that I started earlier this year that I haven't touched in quite some time. I don't think I really touched it since I really started it. I started this piece I thought I knew the date of when I started it. I don't remember now. I really don't remember now when I started it. This is Mini Which Way. Artwork, I believe, is Molly Anderson. Molly. I will put the artist name down below because I want to make sure to give them the right credit, and I thought I had it in my brain, but I don't. So this is the mini version, Which Way. I'm still up in this very corner, but some very exciting stuff is happening because I am working on that hat. I thought the hat was lower in the design, so I thought it was going to be a while before I got to the hat. But I was looking at the pattern and Pattern Keeper the other day and trying to figure out why I had this weird little gap. I'm like, that's the hat. So it's really just a whole lot of background, but like I said, I'm getting into that hat. So, really I was just working on filling in a whole lot of this. I know there was a lot of gaps, and so I just would pick a color and fill in as much as I can. I know I've crossed into page 2. I'm not down yet to the bottom of the page at all. I know I've still got a ways to go. Another 16 count, 2 strands full cross, how I do all of my full coverage. So, but yeah, you can definitely see that hat is coming in. So that is very exciting. I love seeing that hat coming in. So yeah, that's all the projects that I have to share. That's not a whole lot. Plans, the biggest thing is I gotta work on that dog in the bottle piece, because like I said, I know I'm gonna have to have a check-in, and I don't want to end up being late on, you know, getting that out or whatever, so when the time is gonna come for that. So that's really about the pressing plan that I have right now. I do have my next ink circles to do the final portion of that. I've got until the end of the year, so there's really no hurry on that. I really don't want to wait until the end of the year because I would like to get the shipping out before it really gets into the height of holiday mail and shipping. So, but it's not a pressing issue that I got to get working on it right away, so we're fine with that. Otherwise, I think, like I said, I really just want to spend some time, at the very least tonight. It's my plan to focus on stitching on this one. I really want to see some more progress on it, and last night was just not enough. So things have been going well here. I've played in a couple of pinball tournaments. This past Tuesday I played in one just right here in town, a mile up the road. There were 9 people in the tournament. Finished 9th. Nothing like pulling up the rear. it was a pretty quick process, so I just wasn't playing the best that I could. So I wasn't surprised by any means and not heartbroken about it or anything. So it was still a fun evening. Went to dinner with my sister and brother-in-law and just had some good times. Yeah, I think that's really about it. We'll keep it short and sweet today. If I keep talking, it's really just not going to be about a whole lot. I really can't think of any hauled, it's like, I know I've bought a couple of digital patterns, I think, but you'll see them eventually when I start stitching them, I'm sure. I'm looking around. I really don't have a whole lot to share, and life is quiet over here, which is not a bad thing. I'm on my lunch break, so we're gonna see if we can go find some grub and get this thing uploaded here. No stitches sighting today. My black cat, she is crashed out on the middle of my bed, I think. So we'll give her some chin scratchies and let her go back to sleep. So I hope you're all doing well and getting lots of stitching in, and keep stitching on what brings you joy. Take care. See you next time.